Maybe we should enable the anti-ice.
Are you kidding me? Only now you're enabling anti-ice after rapidly descending for potential icing. Hey guys, and welcome back to Dovetail Games Flight Sim World. So, back to the mission pack. It's episode 2 today. You're flying into Queenstown. A relatively serene approach amongst some beautiful scenery. Make a safe landing to runway 05 Queenstown, the PA-46. So, mission 2, episode 2, and looks like we'll be doing this in the 46. So, last week, I really enjoyed last week, I will say. But let's see what Queenstown has in store for us. Again, these all missions are about 5 minutes long, about 15-minute long episodes, which aren't too bad for these. Anyways, let's wait for the simulator to load. Right, simulator has loaded. Click on start to get straight into this one. Right, so looks like we do have a straight in approach. Don't need to turn or anything for that. Yeah, we're almost straight ahead of us. There you go, straight in runway 05, that's fine.
Runway 05, Zulu Bravo uniform.
Yeah, that's Queenstown Airport in front of us. Actually, I will say it is quite scenic here. I do quite like that. The mesh here in Flight Sim World isn't too bad. Much more improved over the default FSX one. Though, yeah, you can see the resolution is quite low in some areas. And it's like a glitch in the mountain.
I sure can.
That's just a gap in the mountain.
Check.
Seatbelts fastened.
Maybe I'll fly into that at some points. Anyways, let's focus on the landing now.
Set to on.
Landing lights, turn them on. I know they're up here, but I'm not sure which ones they are. Landing lights on.
Check.
Altimeter set.
Aircraft has departed, so we
Radio
should be alright.
frequencies. Approach is 125.750, and I can see that's set.
Confirmed. 125.750.
Right, lower the throttle, we are coming in.
RPM is required. Flaps if required.
Yeah, we'll lower
Cabin
flaps.
pressure depressurized.
Gears static, nope.
Lowering flaps.
Okay, then it's gear down.
Gear down.
As and when you please.
Lowering gear.
We're a little too high. Watch the white-red pappy lights.
Never a little too
We need
high.
2 red and 2
You also need to
white.
watch for your airspeed as well.
You can land this thing. Pre-landing checklist complete.
So am I watching my airspeed or am I
Right,
watching my
now,
altitude? Because I seem a
let's
little
go
low
around
than
the
high. Otherwise, should be alright. Yeah, I'm a little bit more confident in this aircraft than the diamonds we flew last week. Let's increase the thrust actually a bit more. Because we are a little bit too low. Although if we can keep it maybe level, then we should be alright. There you go, nice smooth approach. Aircraft is level, just try and line it back up the runway. Otherwise, if we bring it down to the touchdown zone, we should be perfect. There we go. Idle throttle. And let's bring the aircraft down. Whoops, don't float it too much. And down. Not bad landing that. Same sound effects as the last week, so when I called it heavy, I think it may have just been the sound effects making it sound quite loud. Lights vacating to the right. Not half bad landing that, I will take it. So yeah, there's taxiway to our right. Let's pull the aircraft off to the side now. And then they'll test to hold in front of taxiways we did last week, I can assume.
Great flight. Always a pleasure to assist you wherever we are in the world.
Oh no, just carry on as it is. All the aircraft automatically stop. So yeah, that was the first landing. Quite enjoyed that one. Scenery here is quite nice. Maybe get higher resolution mountain. But otherwise, continue with that. Back into Queenstown and do the silver landing. 7 minutes long. It's a bit longer than last time. Always check your instruments. Fuel becomes critical, cause you for fuel issue. Fuel becomes critical, cause you for the direction of the Quarry River to the west, land on runway 23 at Queenstown Airport. So that simulates a load, and it's like limited fuel. There may be like a slight glide part to it as we come into the final. But yeah, let mission load, and we'll get started with that one.
Bravo uniform, you are cleared to land.
Right, clear to land,
Clear
runway
to land, runway
23.
23. Zulu Bravo
I will say,
uniform.
earlier on I was praising the actual
Normal
scenery
procedure,
itself,
please
so
fly over around to the west.
the
It will
mountains,
take
mesh and all that kind of
Queenstown.
stuff. But I will say, from this side, because it's a very different approach from runway 23 coming into Queenstown, but also this mesh here isn't as impressive. Anyways, we need to turn the aircraft around and get to the correct heading of where that is, the southwest. I wish actually told me something a bit more. Anyways, turn the aircraft around. Get ourselves ready to land. But yeah, talking about the mesh, basically, if you look at something like FreeMesh X for FSX, basically they've got like a LOD 32 meter mesh, which is really high quality and does look absolutely fantastic. With this, it looks like more of a LOD 64, maybe 108. It's not the nicest in the world, could be improved.
That fuel reading.
Just need to adjust trim
Can't be
quickly.
right.
That's odd. We had more than enough fuel last time I checked.
Oh
Has
yeah,
to be a faulty
fuel warning
sensor.
lights come on.
Queenstown approach, Piper Zulu Bravo uniform. Possible fuel issue. Can we make a straight-in approach to land runway 23?
Piper Zulu Bravo uniform. Runway's clear, and at this time, no other traffic in the circuit.
Woo!
You are showing us 10
And
miles from the
there
airport.
goes our
Can you elaborate on
engine.
the fuel problem? Are you running low?
Pan Zulu Bravo uniform is a PA-46. Current altitude 2,000 feet. Fuel reading abnormally
2,000
low.
feet.
At this moment, we're not
Hang
sure
on, I didn't
if
just
it's
trim
a
just a
sensor
moment,
error.
but we look
5
more
souls on
like
board, commercial
6,000
flight.
feet at this
We
point.
require an immediate straight-in approach.
What else do you say?
Zulu Bravo uniform.
Yeah,
emergency
5 souls on
services
board,
have been
so I'm
notified.
guessing...
Maintain your altitude on the approach to Queenstown.
we?
You were cleared for
Oh,
a
yeah, we do
straight
have
into
some
runway
passengers on
23.
board, 3 passengers,
I say
2
again, runway
pilots.
23. We have 1 aircraft just
We
departing
do
to
actually
the
have some
south.
proper
All
uniforms as
others are on the
well.
ground and holding.
Anyways, let's start focus on this landing, bring our Piper Mirage down.
Fuel starvation. Looks like we're going to be gliding in.
Right, so what is our situation? 6,000 feet. Airspeed is about 110. We just trim so we can keep the aircraft level. I won't do flaps until I desperately need them later on. But if I can try and keep a balance of airspeed and altitude, we might be able to make this. The airport is 10.6 nautical miles away. So yeah, a bit of a challenge, I have to say. And yeah, if making a direct approach, we do need to ensure that we get over the hill over there. I mean, worst case scenario, I have to follow the valley around, but like I said, flaps down if needed, because it will give us lift, but at the same time it will also increase drag, which is not what we're hoping for. Right, the aircraft has been trimmed, we should be alright. So this, airspeed at 90 knots, descending at about 100 feet a minute, so this is our as good as we're going to get at this point. Maybe a little bit more than 100 feet per minute. Hang on, the actual gauge is down there, isn't it? Right, let's make sure. So we are descending at actually just below 100 feet per minute, about 80. Airspeed is level. That's as good as we're going to get it, isn't it? Right, well, at this point, until we get further instructions, it's just hope for something to happen, just wait. Also, has Dovetail actually fixed the camera so it's not shaking around like crazy as some people did complain about in the past? Yeah, lock spot, the camera still moves as it did. I mean, I personally didn't mind that for some aircraft, but it did get annoying when recording videos, but with spots, camera's finally centered on the aircraft. Thank you very much, Dovetail Games, for listening to us now. Begging of you guys to center the camera. Anyways, 8.3 nautical miles to go, 8.2. Essentially a direct approach to this point. Just needs to be careful that we don't do anything too drastic, which could ruin our airspeed and altitude. Preferably do not go for the approved landing checklist because, yeah, I'd rather just focus on this right now. Anyway, items 1334. Hang on, should we not set that to emergency squawk to 750? I think 04. Maybe wrong though. No, 04's 7500. No. Hang on, I need to look at my squawk code. 7500 is the emergency one. 0504 is the hijacking, isn't it? Oh, sorry, no, what am I talking about? 7500 is emergency, 7400 is hijacking. I'm just going my own mind right now. Anyways, let's just focus on this landing, shall we? Although I will say, for a silver level mission, this does seem quite excessive, trusting the pilot to glide this far in an aircraft with these capabilities. Anyways, the airport should be coming to view soon. Oh, yes. Currently actually 2,000 feet. I was at 6,000 feet. Maybe that was relative to the ground, but if I really was at 2,000 feet at this point, I can tell you I'd not be making this landing. Anyways, there's the Pappies. Let's just start focusing for landing in just a few moments. Yeah, so we're currently flying in this heading for a little bit, make a left turn. As long as we're above the glide slope, we're fine. If we're below the glide slope, and we need to increase the speed somehow. Otherwise, yeah, management hasn't been too bad for this approach. May try and hug the mountains a little bit more, but I do want to give us some distance to align with the runway. I can probably start descending a tiny bit. Although remember, with no engines, altitude and speed are your friends, especially altitude. If you descend too much, then it's impossible for you to climb again. So remember going slow, but it does mean that we do have time to sort ourselves out if something does go wrong. And yeah, there was an aircraft that departed just before us. Although yeah, everyone looks clear now. There is some flashing light to the left of it, probably just a sensor or something, alerting to aircraft where the airport's location is. Otherwise, yeah, not looking too bad for us at the moment. We will soon start our left turn, try and line ourselves with the runway. And again, the Mirage,
Okay,
a lot more
quick
confident
check and
in.
prep for
Anyways,
landing.
prep for landing.
Checklist, please.
So we have to go through this just when I'm turning to line the runway. Thank you very much.
Can. Seats upright.
Check.
Seatbelts fastened.
Check.
Landing lights set to on.
We're on a crucial bit of turn. I mean, can you do it for me? You're the co-pilot. But no, I have to click it myself and turn it on.
Check.
Take my distraction
Altimeter
away
set.
from the runway.
Prop RPM is required.
Yeah, I wish.
Flaps if
As
required.
required, I wish.
Cabin
Flaps
pressure
don't need just yet.
depressurized.
Let's
Okay,
start
then
lowering
it's
down.
gear down as and when you please.
Gear down when ready. For I'll do that last second, as all that will do is increase drag and lower the center of gravity, which will just mean we'll ascend like a rock.
Remember to put the gear down.
What, do I seriously have to put... fine. Happy now? If we crash, it's your fault.
Lowering gear.
Pre-landing checklist complete.
Anyways, the runway's ahead of us.
Come on.
We are above
can
the
make
glide
it.
slope. Yeah, we should make it, no problem. Like I said, I've got a bit more of a fuel to this aircraft than the Diamonds were flying last week. In fact, we probably nose down just a tiny bit more. And start getting ourselves properly on the glide slope. I mean, other than flying a bit slower than we would do and a bit higher, not too bad actually without the engine in this aircraft. Likewise, if you do mess up the main runway, I do have a smaller runway to the right of that as well, but it's not looking like it's actually a runway, more just a bit of tarmac or maybe a closed down runway. Anyways, coming into the glide slope now.
Lowering flaps.
So the flaps. Try and lower our descent rate a bit. And there you go, that's an aircraft holding to the sides. Anyways, now focus on our own touchdown, so don't want to float it too much, but nice and firm. Bring the aircraft down and fully on the brakes just to stop us. Perfect. Actually wasn't half bad a landing. Lights did come on in the end, as the sun went down. Because I will say, the lighting simulator is absolutely fantastic. I mean, I think I said it in the last flight, but the lighting simulator is absolutely fantastic. The way it hits the aircraft in this.
Okay. It turned out all right in the end.
Anyways, not too bad.
I don't ever want to be in that situation again.
Quite a good landing in the end. So we've got one more mission, the gold mission. If this was silver, then God knows what gold is going to be, let me tell you. Anyways, let's continue. Back into Queenstown. Begin a rapid descent from altitude, which is necessitated use of oxygen. Recover from descent and bring the aircraft down to safe. Ooh, okay, this is going to be interesting. And snow, so it's now winter. Okay, if I thought silver was bad, this is probably going to be ridiculous. 10 minutes flight time, so not too bad, I guess. But hey, let's just throw ourselves in this one and see what we can get out of it. Well, it's a very different start, and yeah, crew have got oxygen masks on and everything.
Queenstown approach, November 234 Delta Zulu in a rapid descent. Pressurization problem and suspected airframe icing. Requesting immediate landing on any available runway.
November Delta
Oh, where is the airport?
Runway 05 Queenstown. Are you declaring an emergency?
Not at this time. Clear
Okay,
to
just
land on
dead
runway
ahead.
05, November Delta Zulu. And number of
Oh, there we
souls
go.
aboard 2, both pilots. Ferry flight from Merimbula to Christchurch.
Maybe we should enable the anti-ice.
Are you kidding me? Only now you're enabling anti-ice after rapidly descending for potential icing. These pilots aren't the brightest in the world, I can tell you. Hang on, which one's anti-icing? I wish I knew. Alternator, magneto. Okay, I don't know which one is anti-icing, but again, you would have thought that these flight crew who predicted an icing issue would have turned on the anti-ice, especially in this weather with cold temperatures. So maybe, just maybe, you should turn on your anti-icing, just maybe.
We're not lined up with the runway. What are you doing?
Okay, we are cleared for a simple straight-in approach. and
Don't
landing.
worry, we'll be
Could
fine.
you read out the landing checklist?
I sure can. Seats upright.
Check.
Seatbelts fastened.
Check.
Queenstown Tower, Seneca Zulu, Kilo Delta, Charlie Papa. Mayday, mayday, mayday.
Really?
Requesting emergency landing runway
Everyone's coming down at
05.
Queenstown at the
By all
moment.
stations, don't think much of the remaining one in this weather.
But yeah, yours sounds a bit more serious. Seneca's 2-engine prop, but if you've got one engine
Seneca
failure and the
Zulu,
other one's
Kilo Delta, Charlie
possibly
Papa,
going to
Roger.
die on
Please
us.
fly direct, runway 05, make a straight-in approach.
Let's carry on then,
We have
shall
one
we?
other possible emergency incoming, but you have declared and have priority. You are number 1 to land.
Right, so we're going to have to do a circus of the airports
Landing clearance cancelled.
before coming to
Fly over and
land.
hold until given further instructions. Frequency change to Queenstown Tower on 118.1.
Okay. Landing clearance cancelled. Changing to Queenstown Tower on 118.1, November Delta Zulu.
Anyways, it's like icing is the
Queenstown
problem.
Tower, November
They're
Delta
flying
Zulu with
around.
you and holding for landing clearance. We're eager to set her down, but appreciate you have
Give
other
me a moment
things
to
on
look
right
for anti-icing this thing. There we go, heat. This over here. So turn on the heating. Surface
Wing
de-ice.
de-ice on.
There we go. Note on the air conditioner. Yeah, let's carry on focus on the flight now, the aircrafts.
I think we would be better off holding over the airport at 2,000 feet.
Remain holding 2,000 feet. We're going a little fast, but we should be alright. Again, some
November
mad
Zulu,
turbulence coming in from the
correction,
left.
November Delta Zulu, cleared to land runway 05.
There you go, yeah, back to a decent speed, hold at 2,000 feet, circle the airport until we are given clearance to land, so bring the aircraft to the right. There you go, coming up to 2,000 feet now. Should be alright. So yeah, anti-ice has turned on and it hasn't really affected flight in any way, so icing wasn't the major problem. Again, I do appreciate the co-pilots for telling me about potentially turning on the anti-icing when icing is causing the failure. I mean, one, you're a co-pilot, so why can't you do it yourself? And two, put 2 and 2 together, please. Anyways, let's just focus on this circuit now before bringing the aircraft back into land. Where it has started snowing, see the snow effects on the window there for a moment. So that's another thing I need to keep an eye out for, possible snowing. Otherwise, the turbulence itself is giving the airplane a bit of a battering, especially a light aircraft, which isn't the most capable for this storm, but should be alright. There we are. Yeah, back to our own aircraft. So, circuit should almost be done. I believe at this point, we'll then be given clearance to land again once he's clear of the runway. And you can see some light snow particle effects going across the windshields. Quite nice little effects that. I do like it. It's a bit different. I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing FSX updated to fix the rain and snow effects. We have some sort of dummy one for aircraft, but nah, it's not too bad. I mean, they're focusing on flight simulator now at this point. So might as well give it to them. The moment they bring in jets and something larger to the simulator, and modding becomes a bit more open, then yeah, we should be alright. Or else just turn left to that location 2.7 nautical miles away. But I had to right click. Okay, can't actually view traffic for this, so I can't watch him trying to land. Just like last time, completely quiet. Co-pilot's now saying nothing. I think she's heard me having a go at her. But yeah, nice and quiet. Just focus on the approach. In the storm itself, a bit of battering, but the aircraft is more than capable of flying through this. But it's pretty quite close to its limitations. It's been 2,000 feet. We're at 2,300, so that's fine.
Okay, quick check and prep
Here you
for
go, landing checklist.
Checklist, please.
I sure can. Seats upright.
And the only thing I need to do is landing gear,
Check.
flaps if I need it, and gear.
Seatbelts fastened.
Check.
Landing lights set to on.
Landing lights on.
Set.
Altimeter set.
Set.
Radio frequencies. Approach is 125.750.
We're tuned to tower.
And I can see that set.
Well, it's not, because we went to 118.25.
125.750.
So if we're on 125 still, then we're on the wrong frequency.
Okay, then it's gear down, as and when you please.
Down. Just let the throttle completely, so I'm going to go too
Lowering
fast
gear.
for the gear speed limit, because I know these aircraft do have gear and flap speed limits.
Pre-landing checklist complete.
Flaps down 1.
Lowering
Woo!
flaps. Thanks.
Aircraft
Now,
really
let's
reacts
put
to
her on
that.
the ground.
And might I add, we do not have landing clearance, and I'm not sure if the other aircraft even landed because he didn't announce it was clear of runway or anything, so we may be doing an illegal landing right now, but hey, that's what the mission wants, so that's what the mission's going to get. I will say the turbulence was really pushing this plane around. If you do have the mission pack, do have a go at this mission. I mean, if we can succeed with the fuel failure one, just based on the turbulence, this is quite a hard mission to do. Just keep playing control. Trimming's not going to do too much. There we go. Bring it down. Woo! Try and push to the left. Slight crosswind in this one. There we go on the ground. Full braking. Slippy runway.
November Delta Zulu, please vacate to the right when able.
Right, please vacate to the right. So they haven't had a go at us for landing without any clearance. 'Cause in fact, our landing clearance was cancelled to allow for the other aircraft to land. Anyways, just get to the end of the runway and vacate where they want us to go. Yeah, very slippery landing that, I have to tell you. Increase a bit more throttle, get off the runway quicker, because this is a live runway. And by the sound of things, lots of failures going on right now with icing and all that. There you go, leave the runway and hold short, which I can do in just a moment. There are plenty of other taxiways I could have vacated off earlier. No, it wants me to go to this specific one. But hey, I enjoyed that. Like I said, a bit of a different landing. One with a bit more extra oomph to it through the turbulence and the snow. So hold short, and the mission ends.
Well done on that one. I can't say I enjoyed the experience, but I'm glad I was flying with you today.
Thank you very much. I wish you could have done more to help me. But hey, that is life. Anyways, that was the third mission. Well, I'm not going to lie, Queenstown's quite a fun airport. I do want to check out the mesh glitch that we potentially saw in the first flights. But hey, let's continue with that. And yeah, Queenstown has now been finished. So yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed that one. A lot better than it was last week. And next week we got the next set of missions, Big Bear. So we'll do that. But until then, hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Do leave a like if you did. Do subscribe. And I will see you guys next week. Goodbye.